cops are outside, guys, we're in trouble.
An extremely difficult part about YouTube.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Pulling people over, but we're the only ones on it. Yeah. Let's do this. And it's right there. It's dead now.
Oh, fine.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So this is a little bit different. Excuse our mic setup here. I promise if this video does well enough and you guys enjoy this sort of content, we'll invest in some podcasting microphones. But when you've just given a car away, budgets are tight. So
If you would like to sponsor us.
Yeah, if you would like to sponsor us any equipment, hit us up. But yeah, guys, so we're just going to go through and have a bit of a chat with you guys. We put a bit of a poll on Instagram and on YouTube and on WhatsApp to get any questions that you guys might have about, well, anything really, whether it's our favorite food or about the car or about the YouTube channel. So we're going to go through a couple of those questions now, seeing as the build is done and dusted and fully wrapped up. So we will jump into it now, but first of all, if you guys haven't followed the build and have no idea what we're talking about, make sure you go back and check out the last build series. It was our first one, we think it went quite well. And if you are new to the channel, we've got Yaku, myself, Brandon, Jen and Andrew. And yeah, so we're going to jump into your questions now and just have a chat really.
So we have a question from Luwayne.04. And it is, how did clutch culture start, or what was the idea behind it?
I suppose I'll probably have to answer this one.
Yeah.
So,
You started you and me.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So in a nutshell, I started Clutch Culture as a YouTube channel, last October? September. But it was more to do with meet coverage and kind of ride-alongs and that sort of thing, just general car content. And then, when was it?
You know, we went and played golf at
Oasisi,
in like December.
Yeah.
And we were kind of having a chat about...
This was over a couple of beers, it's worth mentioning as well.
So yeah, we kind of enjoy the Animal Z, Matt Armstrong, or more Brandon Matt Armstrong at that stage.
Yeah.
He introduced me to that. And then yeah, we decided that's pretty cool and no one's doing it in SA, so why not try it out? And I think 2 weeks after that, we roped everyone in.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, they had no life for 7 months, 8 months or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Zero life. No, so I mean, essentially, yeah, it was pretty much an idea that I'd kind of always played with, but I knew it was something that couldn't really be tackled on my own, from a time point of view, from a monetary point of view, from that sort of thing. So Yako and I had a chat, and then, shame, you didn't have much choice in the matter, but... Yeah, then you guys were like gung-ho from day one as well, I think.
Yeah, I think when you guys approached me, this was the idea, and all I was thinking was okay,
Why not?
let's do this, why not? And it was all in after that actually then. We put so much of our own hobbies aside, a lot of them, and decided, you know what, let's give our 100% focus on this one. And I think that's exactly what we did. The hobbies were just
and we got the new one.
The fresh one. And I would do it over again.
Yeah.
If you had asked me to do it again and again and again, it was
a different experience.
It was literally blood, sweat and tears. And there were a lot of blood, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears, and
broken nails.
Broken. I'm not gonna say. But the memories was
the highlight of it.
The highlight of it all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad I said yes to you guys. Putting a lot of things behind to do clutch culture.
And I do have to ask, as being the only official female in the team, how have you found it? Because it's a little bit different.
All the boys.
I'll just say this, Jen knows a hang of a lot more about cars than she did 7 months ago.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of a case of, you guys helped me a lot to learn a lot as well. And obviously knowing the difference between the blue jobs and the pink jobs, and making them very separate and different, and you know.
Before anyone gets the wrong idea, we did designate like more female orientated jobs as pink jobs and male jobs as blue jobs. Not to say that Jen didn't do a fair share of blue jobs and us do our fair share of pink jobs, but there'd be many a time where it was something really big and heavy and she was like, no, this is a blue job. So just in case anyone's wondering what a blue or a pink job is, that's what it is in case we refer to it again.
But yeah, like Andrew said, it's something that I wouldn't change for the world. It was a crazy year, but
Yeah.
I learned a lot that I didn't know before, and you know, there's no harm in learning more than what you already know.
True story. Okay. No, but I mean, guys, I think the thing is, we've, like Yaku touched on as well, we've all seen what's going on overseas, what's going on in the UK, America, that sort of thing, with automotive content, car-related YouTube and that sort of thing. And there's a couple guys locally that do it, but not at that sort of scale. So I think that was also our thing. Is like, well, for me personally, when we first chatted about it, and it's been my thing since day one, you guys have heard me say it a million times, I didn't want to look back in 10, 15 years time and be like, we should have tried.
Yeah.
Rather try, and if it doesn't work out, well, no one can say that we didn't try, and we can't have any regrets because we gave it our all. So yeah, I think that was always the thing. It's just try something different, try something that's technically proven overseas. We're not reinventing the wheel.
Like we said that many times at the events when we like explain it to the guys, like you only see it overseas.
Yeah.
Why not South Africa? And like we are the first to do it in South Africa. Let's like
There's the car culture.
it's
why
a
not
car
do it?
culture. Let's do something crazy, and we tipped it off there.
Yeah. I mean, we even saw it, I think it was at Festival of Motoring, where there was a guy wearing an Adam LZ shirt. People like that sort of content here. People, I mean, any car guy that you speak to is watching TJ Hunt, Adam LZ, Matt Armstrong, Throttle. They're watching those guys. So I think that was also a driving factor for us. But anyway, we've answered pretty much our own questions here. We haven't even jumped into the first question at all. So
to add to Andy's thing of saying, like, we've put our hobbies aside.
yeah,
We haven't played golf since that day that we
I
decided
was
to
thinking
do the
the
golf.
same thing. I literally had that thought just now.
That was the last time we played golf. We haven't played golf since.
No.
It's now end of November. We
Yeah.
still haven't.
It's almost been a year, guys.
I can't even play golf anymore now.
We know.
If you guys don't know what that's in reference to, go back onto our Instagram. There's a lovely short of us all at a golf simulator, and Andrew's shot was magnifique. It was bellissimo.
No.
Alright, should we jump into the first question?
That was the first question.
Ah,
We already had a question on.
how did Clutch Culture start?
Yeah.
So guys, as you can tell in this whole process, it's
ADHD.
yeah, ADHD is one thing, but it has made our brains turn to porridge a little bit.
So the next question is from Carcane Crew, and is there a WhatsApp group for Clutch Culture?
We do have technically 3 WhatsApp groups. We've got the social group, which is just a bunch of banter, guys talking about cars, questions, you know, asking for advice, that sort of thing. And like I said, a lot of banter. Then there's the events group, which is more announcements from us. And then technically the third one would be our VIP group, but that kind of ties into the shirts that we're wearing. So what was it, about a week before the giveaway?
Yeah.
So a week before the giveaway, for those of you who don't know and might be interested, we decided to open a bit of our VIP group, which has got a WhatsApp group with the 4 of us on it. There's early access to some of the videos and a lot of the behind the scenes sort of stuff. So yeah, if you guys do want to check that out, jump onto our website. I'll just pop it up at the bottom of the screen now. So yeah, so we have got a VIP group. The merch that we're wearing now, I don't know if anyone wants to jump up and show the camera the back of it. So you might have to go close up. Go close up. And then, yeah.
Drop it like it's hot.
And then there's the cap as well, you might want to show it to the camera.
I was checking this Lonnie cap because I saw this on the side of it and I was like, dude, my cap doesn't have that.
So yeah guys, we do have a VIP group, which is technically the 3rd WhatsApp group. But yeah, the VIP merch is a whole another package that you get with the VIP membership. We're only opening it to 100 spots. But as far as the actual normal social and events group, just drop us a DM on Instagram. I'll put the handle up here now. and just asked to be added to it. We did used to have the links on Instagram and
Yeah.
stuff as well, but we had a lot of bots and spam and scammers and stuff joining the group, so we took them down. So yes, there's a WhatsApp group, there's a couple of them. So this is Juice T1's response to it. It just says more E36. I suppose that kind of touches us on that we can probably say our next car won't be another E36.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll say that much, but we'll get more into that a little bit later.
We all do want an E36 though.
Yeah, I think
we go down that road.
Yeah, I think it's well established. Okay, so we've kind of after this decided that we probably all want an E36 at some point. I'll start with Andrew because we all kind of have a different take of how we would do things.
We know what Andy wants.
Yeah, E36 convertible.
So the wind can blow through his beard.
I wanted to take my hat off. But my purple
Okay.
is suspension.
Mm.
With more probably a set of 18s.
What wheels though?
Vosens.
Okay.
There's on the Vosen range there's a rim called CVT, I think it is.
The
It's got a bunch of blades.
The CVTs are what I've got on the Volvo.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We'll Google it later.
We'll put a
Picture.
picture up.
The,
Yeah, I'll put a picture.
hang on. The CVTs you think are the rotiform ones because you still wanted them on the Audi.
Yeah, sorry, it's those ones. The rotiforms, not the Vosens.
Okay.
Okay. Rotiform, CVT wheels, slap them on, and yeah. Good suspension. I will barely ride with the roof on, I think.
Mm.
Except if you go like CBD side. And I definitely have a gun or two with me.
So guys, if you are from overseas, I think we have the world's highest hijacking rate. I think. I stand to be corrected on that, but I know at some stage we did. So yeah, that's why Andrew's concerns.
Yeah, and then I think second question is, what do you miss most about the giveaway call?
Oh, that was a question.
Oh, really?
Okay, so we'll get to that.
We'll get to that one. Okay.
So we've got Andrew's
Jumping
take.
gun.
We've got Andrew's take on an E36. Would you want an E36 for yourself?
We can share one.
Okay, we can share one.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, so you don't want one for yourself.
Nah, we
Okay.
can share one.
Jen's already told me what she wants, but we'll maybe have that as a question that I'll just bring up later.
Yeah.
Okay, myself. Again, it probably comes down to like a lot of Adam LZ influence. I'd love to have a two-door E36 drift car, 1J or a 2J or something like that. Big angled kit.
See, that's where we'll drive with you guys. I'll have the Stones show car, you guys can have the drift car.
We can have the Brack car.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want something that can go hella sideways
Yeah.
and with some serious pace. And you?
Yeah, I think I'm similar to you there, drift car, all the way. But maybe just like four-door just because, you know,
Mhm.
just so it kind of looks inconspicuous, but then you kind of leave it stock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
so
then
it
just,
looks-
yeah, and then just rip it sideways.
Yeah.
I like that.
Sleep.
But then, also black on black, everything.
Okay.
Black badges, black grills.
So kind of like what we did now, but without all the pink.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. But I think we have all said as well that if we can get to a point where we can buy a couple like E36s just for like us to have like our own drift cars and that sort of thing, like even if they're not crazy builds and whatever. Like I mean, Adam's actually done it now as well, where they've just got like 4 of them just to thrash around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, that will be fun.
Yeah.
That will be fun.
Okay, shall we move on to the next one?
So, the next question. Safety meta shitbox.
Loopers.
How do you overcome haters / people trying to pull you down?
Haters gonna hate and potatoes gonna potato.
Let Jaku answer that one.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh yeah. No. I think between. No, actually, Jen was always on the good side of the haters.
Yeah.
Unless it came to like TikTok.
Yes,
she
yeah.
had a rough time there sometime. Yeah, no, I had a few at events of people
Directly.
literally looking at me and like.
Not even keyboard warriors, like
No.
people legit talking to Yaku face to face.
So I don't know, maybe I just have that face. I don't know. But literally be like, nah, I don't wanna talk to you, you ugly. That was the one. And then went to Jane pretty much. I think that was the one. The other one, what was the other one? I remember there was like 3 of them. The
Wasn't
other
there
one,
something about your beanie?
Yeah. So yeah, the other guy was, no, if you wear a beanie, your IQ drops for like 50 points. Well, I'm wearing a beanie at, what was it, Festival of Motor?
Festival.
Yeah.
And then he buys a beanie, so, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Haters are gonna hate, eh?
haters are gonna hate you, just take it on the chin and sell the next guy.
Yeah, but I don't know what you guys think, but I think
Everyone
overall.
loves you, so I don't know why you're having a comment on
Okay,
this.
I want to comment on this.
People like us, so we don't get any shit.
It's Jacob
It's
and
just
I.
me.
What hate have you had?
On
On TikTok.
TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got grafted, eh?
You belong in the kitchen. What are you doing in the garage?
You still cut them out on TikTok live.
There was also that one of like, now talking to the pretty one, and then it's like, oh, thank you. It's like, no, not
Yeah.
in the car or something.
But I think overall, apart from like one or two really like weird exceptions, I don't think we've had a lot of, well, not that we know of anyway, we don't know what people will say in the background, but we don't think what we've done has been ill received.
No.
I think for the most part, people have kind of had two reactions. Either it's like, you guys are nuts, or it's pretty cool, and sometimes a combination of the two. So I think in essence, for the most part, people have enjoyed what we've been doing, and I think I'm just digging the fact that it's maybe a little bit different in the local scene. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, internationally, it's not really anything new, but I mean, I think for a YouTube channel to just start up and immediately build a car and give it away is pretty unheard of, especially locally. So I don't think we've had a lot of haters, but
But also, if the haters do come and, you know, say something, you just gotta kind of brush it off, carry on, can't let it ruin your day, because if you do that, then when we grow to be bigger, you know, we can't let the little things bring us down.
And you gotta have haters, because if you have haters, you're doing something right.
yeah.
And if you want to hate someone, I cut the arches on the
Yeah, that's Yaku. So yeah, but nah, I think haters are gonna hate.
Haters are gonna hate, yeah.
Go about your life. Don't let other people get you down. The people that support you, they'll stick around. The people that hate on you, they'll come and go. Next question.
Like that guy.
Ready to runs, okay? Will you all be giving away another car?
I don't know. Well, you read the question. You want to touch on it?
Yeah, I think we got such good responses and people enjoyed the series so far. I think we've learned a lot. I think at least myself, I think Andrew probably and Jen probably the most out of everyone. Brandon's obviously worked on cars before. So yeah, it's been fun. I really enjoyed it. So I definitely think we're doing something again. I guess you guys will have to stay tuned to see.
Yeah.
I suppose maybe at this point, right? So I mean, if we basically say, yeah, sorry, I almost marked myself up with the mic. Guys, hit like and subscribe and get us monetized so we can buy microphones. Please. Be so nice. I think this is probably a good place to be like, okay guys, so if we say we're giving away another car, what would you guys like to see us giving away? And please don't say a Ferrari or a Lambo or a Supra or a Skyline. One day, if you guys just bear with us and support us and help us, we want to get to that point where we can give away something stupid. But we're not there yet. Not there yet, that's for sure.
Unless there is a Ferrari in your garage
And you give it to us.
that you're not using because you've got 12 others
Yeah.
and thinking you want to be involved and give us the Ferrari to do something crazy with and give the Ferrari away.
2JZ swapped Ferrari.
No, Ferrari's going to come back to us. Lambo, no. Lambo doesn't have a problem with that. Ferrari's got enough of an issue.
So drop a comment now. Let us know what you guys would like to see us building and giving away potentially. We want to hear from you guys. Obviously, at the end of the day, we just want to know. We've got an idea of what we want to do, but before we kind of let that cat out the bag, let's see if it's something, because obviously if we get no comments about the car that we've got in mind, then there's no point in doing it. So we want to hear from you guys, so let us know. Next question, please, sir. Okay, so the next question is basically the same thing. It's from Waza WRX. It's plans for a new build. So I think we've pretty much touched on that.
His name is WRX.
Yes, you got Subaru.
Subaru.
Yeah, white Subaru.
Nothing gets past you, Andrew.
But
You want a Subaru?
imagine. Imagine.
Subaru!
Okay, but if we're giving it away,
No.
like the reliability of them is not the best. Right, so the next question is from, who's Brandon? Do you guys sponsor people? If so, how would I go forward asking for one from you guys? So we aren't at a position yet where we can sponsor people.
Yeah, but also
We are still hunting for sponsors ourselves as well. Yeah, we're probably not in a place to do like a huge big corporate sponsorship. Definitely not anytime soon. But having said that, this applies to everyone. We're always down to work with other people, and I mean, you guys would have seen in the video series how we were involved with AutoStyle, Tignique, Carbon Sport, whole bunch of people. I'll put a list up in the description of everyone that was involved. But we're always down to work with other people, because at the end of the day, if it's something that can benefit you and benefit us, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we all want to get our name out there.
So the only other thing we do have, we did kind of start the affiliate program. I think it's for if you get a link and you send it to people and people actually go buy stuff off the website, I think you get a 10% return.
Yeah.
So if someone buys a 200 Rand shirt, you get $20 back. But I think we launched it, but we didn't really advertise it because obviously if you're an affiliate, you can't win the car.
Yeah.
So that was our main concern. But I mean, yeah, there's guys that want to be involved. Obviously, you can't win the car if we do another one. But you can share the posts, and if people go to the website and buy stuff, then
With
you
your
get
code.
it. Yeah, with your code, you get a 10% back. So if you guys are keen on that, we can put that in the description.
Yep. Isuzu Troopy ZA4x4. Most challenging part about running the YouTube channel. Okay, so obviously we've got some input on this, but I want to hear from everyone else first actually. Who wants to start? Okay, you nominated Andrew, so you can go first.
Nice.
What would you say has been the most challenging thing? Not working on the car specifically, but what would you say has been like the most challenging aspect of all of this?
The website.
The website.
The merch on the website.
Yeah, I'd say probably, just trying to keep on top of all the social media. Just keeping that personal touch for you guys. We try and see everyone's messages, respond where we can. Share stories, share your photos. We want you guys to feel involved with us as a crew. And yeah, I must say it. Obviously with us all working full-time jobs, I may not get around to it all the time, but there are days where I'm trying to, respond to everyone's messages and get feedback from the team of, can we join your meet? Can we do this? Can we do that? And then I think the other thing would probably be the merch. Just keeping on top of making sure stock takes done and online orders and especially like I said, doing this part time. Evenings and weekends and stuff.
Yeah, packing and
Making shirts.
the reading of
The reading of the
stickers.
stickers. Oh yeah, that's really the number one.
For those of you who managed to buy the small little black and white stickers, consider yourselves lucky because we've actually discontinued them because they are such a pain to actually do. It is worth mentioning that pretty much everything that you see, apart from the actual physical like screen printing of the shirts and actual printing of the stickers, is done by the four of us. So we do get a supplier to do the printing of the shirts and all that sort of thing. But if you go and order a shirt online, that thing is packaged, sealed, and
Stickered.
delivered and stickered and everything by one of us, a lot of the time, Yaku. So yeah, we do as much as we can, and it is a lot of after hours, before hours, and probably when we should be sleeping.
So what event was it that we were like all in the garage? We were cutting stickers. We got all the merch in. We needed to print our own little round stickers. What?
I think that was
Idle Fest.
Yeah.
I just remember, I think we were live on TikTok at one time.
Yes.
Like literally we all had something to do as well that night. And
Regarding merch.
regarding the merch, yeah, which was quite lanky as well, because
Do you guys remember that other night that we literally packed all the merch in a parkade? There was a midnight run and we decided that we were going to take some merch there and sell it and stuff, and
So
we
cool.
literally went and found an empty parking lot that had some light, and we literally opened the boot of the two cars up and just started packing merch into packets and sealing it with stickers and sizes and stuff.
it did look like a drug deal.
100%.
Honestly, because the security was also like,
What are you guys doing?
what you?
Yeah.
Well, I think Idle Fest, we didn't actually think we were gonna go, and then we got like
Yes.
last minute. We're like,
Yeah.
we gotta
It
go.
was the Tuesday.
We ordered the merch, and I think the merch came on the Wednesday or the Thursday, and we had to be there the next morning.
Yeah.
So I think myself and Andrew put in leave from work
Yeah.
packed merch the night before with everyone, stuck everything, packed it in a car, drove there to leave the BM and then literally drive back.
Yeah.
And then go there the next day. Oh.
That was a scary time. Leaving everything that clutch culture owns
There.
in a parking lot.
Yeah.
And that was when we had just also got the gazebo.
Yeah.
Literally, the brand new gazebo was left in the parking lot.
Okay, so we found this guy on Facebook Marketplace. Right? Because we only had like a
Hang on.
budget.
Hang on. It's always marketplace. Why is it always marketplace?
Because we had like a budget, I can't remember what the budget was.
Very little.
Very little. And we were like, we need the full gazebo printed. And I think he was the only guy that supplied like a blank canvas and then printed it.
On it too.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, I'll just throw in here, we were so cheap that we didn't want the frame because we already had a frame from a gazebo that was bought from
Yeah,
Games.
awesome.
So we were like, listen, we've got a frame, we just want the top. So yeah, we eventually found the guy.
Yeah, so then found this guy, sent the artwork to him, paid him, never met him, anything. And then he came to fetch the frame at home. So we literally, he came there in like a old, what was it, like a Renault Sandero or something.
Nissan Amera.
Yeah.
Nissan Amera.
And literally took the gazebo frame, so now we're like, if this guy's robbing us, he's now got the gazebo frame, and we've paid him whatever we paid him.
You got a good deal.
He got a good deal. And then the day of the morning of the setup, he phoned to say that his car broke down. And then he left the car at this random petrol station in Edenvale. The keys are with the reception lady there. We could just go fetch it, and now we're already like, I'm like, Andrew, I can't go alone, we're getting robbed. And yeah, we rocked up there, and there was Almira with the clutch culture thing in the back, and we had to go ask for keys and grab this thing and open the door and chuck everything over, and yeah.
Did you have to convince the petrol attendant that you were just trying to rob this car? Because like, if I had to work at a petrol station and people had to come up to me and be like, so there's the car over there with the gazebo in, do you mind just unlocking it for me? I would be like, bro, what? No.
How about, yeah.
No, yes. No, it was the weirdest thing. It was the
So we
weirdest
got
thing.
it.
We got it.
Okay.
But we got it.
And it came out looking really good.
Yeah.
Our gazebo looks cool. Just a quick one, we stopped to eat some pizza and we realized the mic wasn't working so well. So we've taken a slightly different approach. We've got the phones now, so we're not passing around the baton anymore. But anyway, so it should work a bit better and hopefully the audio is a bit better. Sorry for the audio previously, it might be a bit cuck.
That's why we need sponsored.
Yeah, guys, mics, please, like this video, send it out there so we can afford mics and do a proper podcast for you guys.
Even if you guys have a spare one just laying around that you're not using it as well.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a bit sidetracked. Andrew, what would you say has been the most challenging part about running a YouTube channel?
Well, I think for the first timers and as for us that are not really camera friendly, if I had to put it that way, it's like when you have to record, you look at the camera, not at the person recording.
Yaku. This man, I would constantly have to stop and be like, Yaku, camera, not me. Okay. Eventually, I would literally record with the camera in front of my face so that Yaku would look at the damn camera.
I'm editing now shorts and I'm looking at that video of you.
There's Yaku.
There's Yaku looking at the screen picture instead of the whole camera itself.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. When you are busy recording yourself, like vlog style,
Yeah.
you've got to try really not hard not to look at the screen next to the camera.
Yeah.
So
It's difficult.
Yeah.
And that's been a learning curve. In the beginning I used to, and as you gradually get into it, I was like, okay, look inside of the camera lens. I almost said black hole. But yeah, I think that was a bit of a challenging one for me to get used to and to be on it. I mean, like, record every single little thing.
which we did not do at the end of the build.
Not at all.
Towards the end of the build, it was just panic stations, and we were trying to do 2 months' work in about 2 days.
Yeah.
So you guys would have seen, I do apologize, the last video, there was definitely a lot of stuff missing, but I tried to build it at least a bit suspenseful, because it was just chaos.
It was a nightmare. But yeah, I think that was, it's like, be on it. Record everything.
Yeah.
And use your words wisely.
Yeah.
Because you will turn a wrench and you'll knock your finger, and of course you've got some.
Then you're sitting there and going, you
Beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep.
yeah.
It's,
Yeah, as I'm gonna have to do for that, but yeah, you guys will work. It's a up.
it's like we broke something. He's a up. You know, it's first thing like, uh-oh. Yeah, so that was a bit of a learning curve to be, how can I put it? Be good.
Yeah, and to be comfortable on camera.
Be comfortable on camera. Yeah.
No, I mean the thing is, so some of you guys might know that this channel was called something else a while ago, and the first video I launched before the rebrand, it was like I'd go back because I've still got it saved. I go back and look at that, and I was very much not comfortable in front of camera. And you can clearly see the progression in all of us, though. Yeah, I'll maybe drop a short little clip of that in right here. So today I'm going to show you a little bit about South African car culture, talk to you about our meets, and hopefully going forward, just show the world what goes on in South Africa as far as cars go. But I can see it because obviously when I'm going through editing, I can see how everyone's got more comfortable talking to the camera as well.
I mean, me and you also get quite interviewed by random.
Brandon and Brandon?
Brandon.
No, Andrew and Andrew.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there you have to work and be ready, eh?
Yeah, no, you have to be on your game, and you need to be able to
Yeah, that's not
get your point across quickly.
No. My killing was not too high or too low.
Can we interview you? Where's Brandon?
Yeah.
Where's Andrew?
Where's Andrew? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. Jakub, I think.
Yeah, I think us, well, the one thing that stands out is us building a whole website in 2 days. Like,
These two.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be like, Brandon, we need a photo of this. And then Brandon edits a photo or a thing or something. And then, yeah, myself and Jen are like, what do you think about this? Oh, can I do this? And then,
Yeah.
what, for like...
Jacob, you handle that, I'll handle this cake.
Yeah, and I think we slept maybe like 4 hours
maybe,
over the
yeah.
weekend, and we knocked that whole thing out. So yeah, the whole website is literally also us.
Yeah.
I mean, and yeah, then I think just film it, like, and then getting cucked out by Brandon that it's not an HD or we changed something, but we don't even know how the camera works. But apparently we changed.
Yeah,
it, so.
You need to learn the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's. And then just being on top of like comments, people comment.
On YouTube.
But you're pretty good with that though.
Yeah,
I've seen. Like,
so
you
comments on YouTube's probably me.
There'll be like, I would
on
say.
a very rare occasion, it's me.
Yeah,
I would say the good like 70% of it's Jakub. So like this last video, for instance, I went and replied to I think like 4 oaks, and I'd seen that Jakub had replied to the rest.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you'll be speaking to one of us. You can always ask for one of us specifically, I suppose, in the comments, and we'll try. And what's nice though is because we're small currently, we can still engage a lot. Yeah, which is cool. And it's something we do want to try and do down the line. But we do try and reply to everyone's comment at least.
No, I think that last month was chaos.
Yeah.
Because trying to get the car done, we launched the VIP stuff, the merch that was obviously ordered because everyone wanted to get an entry in, so to try and get that done. Last 2 days probably was just absolute chaos. Last month was chaos, but last 2 days was.
Yeah, we didn't sleep that last night.
No.
So if you saw us at the event, we are sorry.
Yeah, or if you saw the video as well where we all look
No,
like
Andrew and I looked okay.
myself and Jakub though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So
You guys are not in a good way.
just a breakdown. We hadn't slept for about 48 hours, and on the morning of the like draw date, the event that we held at Izimoto, Andrew and Jen went down to start setting up the event and that sort of thing. Also off of practically no sleep, and myself and Jakub carried on working on the car until I don't know about 3 before Jakub couldn't find his house keys to lock up to come to the event. So that's also why we were late. So if any of you were there and left because we weren't there yet, we are terribly sorry.
It was my fault.
But yeah, in a
Because I gave
nutshell.
Yaku's keys to Andrew's brother, thinking they were Andrew's keys.
Yeah. And then I took like freaking 40 minutes trying to find these keys and then just
Yeah.
wait, Brandon, just leave. Just leave me, I'll make a plan, I'll come, don't worry. And Brandon was just like, no, finding these keys.
Yeah. So anyway, that was essentially why we had to divide and conquer that day. It was chaos.
That was it. We were living off all the energy drinks, and a lot of coffee.
Sorry,
Okay,
neighbours.
before we deviate too much further, okay, so your final answer on what the hardest part of the YouTube channel would be, what would you string it down to in a nutshell, in like a 1 or 2 sentence?
Yeah, I think just like maintaining the
Traction.
website stuff, making sure that we're relevant. Like,
Yeah.
what's the next thing? There's always something like you plan it. We're obviously planning the next thing already now. And then once that thing's done, it's literally the next thing. You've got a couple weeks off and then you have to go again.
I think on that now where you mentioned planning, we had
We had a plan.
We had a plan. This weekend we're doing this.
It went to shit, huh?
Oh.
Once we started that plan was there, but there's no roots.
No, you know what the problem was the it'll take 2 hours.
Yeah.
3 weekends later, we're still putting in seats.
Yeah. So stick to a plan.
Yeah.
And
No, but wait. I need to chip in here because we also had a plan for that last month before we gave the car away, and we could not find any of the spares or
That's
items
true.
that we needed for the car. So we had to then make plan Bs and plan Cs and Ds.
Because we had pretty smooth sailing the whole way with being able to find the bits that we needed and that sort of thing. And then in that last month, when it came down to the crucial parts that we needed, we couldn't find anything. So it was, that threw a spanner in the works entirely. We bought wheel adapters, we had to swap them out because we didn't check that they were the right way around. They went from the wrong PC, basically the PCDs were swapped. So there was that. It was a lot.
Getting tyres.
Getting tyres, obviously because the rear wheels are 11.5J, so pretty wide.
Yeah. Getting the bumpers just painted silver so it matches the
Yeah,
cars.
Gijs was working for that one, huh?
Yeah. Neighbour Gijs.
Never faced, yeah.
Man
you're a
was,
champion, eh?
and on the day of the actual handover as well. The man was just a champion.
If you bought a Vorsroll at our event, that is the same legend that spray painted our bumper and
welded the arches.
That man, if we needed something, we didn't
A
go
nut
on
or a
Facebook
bolt or a-
Marketplace, we didn't go to website, we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
First thing we do is we're like, Human,
Phone it.
phone, do you have this? And 90% of the times he will say yes.
Yeah.
And bring us literally a quarter of his garage over and be like, if you can find it, you can have it.
Yeah.
And like the amount of times we phone that man at like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, cool. Unlocks his gate, comes out.
And also, that Boyki.
yeah, the one night we were all working late and whatever, and they brought over, they had made poiki.
That was a bomb.
How would you explain poiki to someone overseas? Basically, like a stew that's made in like a big cast iron pot on a fire.
And you're not
For
allowed to.
7 hours.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to stir it.
Yeah,
So you just
did it.
layer all the stuff on top of it.
Yeah.
And then you only stir it right at the end.
Yeah.
But you said it's a banging pot, eh?
Not as good as Andy's.
Andrew makes a good poiki.
Agreed, not a banging. Feeling the love, yeah.
Take the compliment. Don't get touchy on us.
No.
Yeah, no, that guy was
No, but on that note of like, we had a plan. The problem as well is like August, we didn't think we were going to go to Idle Fest and Festival of Motoring.
And my sister got married.
And Jen's sister got married to Brandon's best
mate,
friend.
yeah.
So,
So that in itself.
so,
Yeah, Jesse, Dom, very
Yeah.
considerate of you guys.
yeah. So that, and we all work full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So that took 3 weekends of the 4 instantly away.
Yeah.
No, it was chaos. So we lost a month there.
Effectively.
Oh, technically because we also had the bachelors.
Yeah.
So we had to go down to KZN to the
Yeah.
bachelors. Then next weekend was Idle Fest and this, and then now
Yeah,
to
that's when we
wedding.
did the apron and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No,
That
there
was
was a
a
bunch of. Yeah, a bunch of them. But yeah,
Yeah.
consistency is key.
Yeah.
Planning is key.
If you get it right.
Planning doesn't always go to plan.
No, very rarely does.
And then
Like-
I think, yeah.
And you?
And Brandon's probably got the most to say about the challenging part about YouTube.
No, and I think anyone else who's done it knows that the editing is what is a huge time-consuming thing. You know, if we work on a weekend and shoot, I don't know, let's say on average, we were averaging around 100-ish gigs worth of footage that we shot over a weekend. You're then whittling down 100 gigs to the final videos that you guys see uploaded on YouTube average between 800 megs to a gig, let's say between a gig and 2 gigs large. So you've got to basically cut a good, that's 98% of your content away to get it down into that 10 to 20 minute video. So like we've touched on, having full-time jobs and then having to also factor in editing. I mean, at one stage we were good. We were on it. We were every week consistently uploading. And then, obviously life does get busy. So like this last month, for instance, obviously we've been trying to wrap up all the loose ends with the E36, and we've also been trying to plan on what our next move is. So that's also why this last video took a couple extra, probably about 2 weeks further than we wanted to go before releasing one. But now I would definitely say the editing and making sure you've got enough content, whether that's photos for Instagram, whether it's enough shorts and reels and TikToks and whatever. Doing all of that on top of trying to produce long format videos as well is all very, very time consuming. And listen, I enjoy editing. I do enjoy it.
I
but
know
it
the
takes
one
a lot
thing
of
you
time.
don't like about editing is hearing your voice over and over again, because I know you've said it
I've kind of
couple
gotten used to it though. I've kind of got used to it. In the beginning, I found it really weird watching myself and listening to my own voice and having to go and crop it all together and that sort of thing. But I think because I've done a lot of editing looking at myself as well, I think it's also helped me talking to camera. Because I see stuff, and I've also tried to point it out to you guys where I've been like, listen, I think try to do X, Y, and Z because I think it'll look better or sound better. But I think in the editing process, you do pick up on things like, okay, Flip, I noticed for a very long time, I would, at the end of a sentence before putting the camera down or whatever, I would look away as I was trailing off my sentence. So it was also a good thing for me to know, like, okay, cool, finish the sentence, keep looking at the camera, and then stop, rather than like trailing away, because the thing is, it just didn't look great. So, no, I think that I do enjoy the editing, but it is very time consuming, and it's probably the thing that takes the most discipline that I've been handling. Obviously, we've all had our different mandates, but I think for me, as far as strictly running the YouTube channel and editing the videos, that's required the most discipline from me, is editing the videos and making sure that the quality is good, because I would rather skip a week and have a good video than pump out a video every week that I think could have been edited better.
Yeah.
And I know the other thing you also say that's tricky is like when like myself and Andy film stuff and you don't know what's going to happen, so you end up watching like 40 minutes of something to know what happens, where if you're there it's a lot easier because you can be like, oh yeah, this happens.
No, so I mean there was the weekend of the wedding, like we touched on, where Yoko and what were you guys doing that weekend? The lights and the front apron. I had to go through and watch all of that footage because I didn't know what was in any of the videos. So that on its own was a whole other ballgame.
Yeah, no, that stage Andy and myself filmed everything.
Yeah, no, you guys did well. You did well. But so
you guys did a lot that weekend. We were like,
for me it's the editing, but also there's another aspect that we maybe haven't touched on, but I think is an extremely difficult part about YouTube, is keeping motivated. Because the thing is, you'll go and spend hours and tons of money making a video to get no views. So like our first video with the 3D printed body kit, that took forever for us to actually print it. Obviously printing stuff costs money. It took a lot of time to develop and CAD the stuff, to 3D scan it, whatever. And then at the end of it, we sat on like 300 views. But we knew we had to keep going, and now that same video that sat at like, I think it was like 280 views for months, in this last 3 weeks has gone from 280 views to 10,000 plus views. And that video was released 6 months ago. So I think it's the discipline to keep editing, but also
stay motivated.
Just keeping your eye on the light at the end of the tunnel, because we still don't know if this is going to work, but I mean, very few YouTubers actually have gotten far within a short period of time. You look at any of the big guys within our sphere specifically, within the car sphere, most of them are 7, 8, 9, 10 years before they're actually viable businesses, It takes time. So I think it's keeping that motivation and just making sure that even if your viewership's small, you just keep going, and big thing for me as well is keep improving. If you produce one video, your next video, you want to try and just fix something that you weren't 100% happy with in the previous video until you're at a point where you are satisfied with, you know, that you are putting something out there that you would physically watch.
Yeah.
That's always been the thing. You can't put out content that you wouldn't go and watch.
Yeah.
So that's been from my side probably the most challenging bit about YouTube.
Yeah. Next one.
Next one.
This is from Frick. Frick. Should I say Afrikaans or English?
What's it?
Afrikaans.
Frick.
Frick.
Yeah.
Frick. 0.
Jen's very English.
So the next one is from Frick 0221. When is your next car meet?
Actually, good question. We need to do another meet.
You know, the next event for us as Clutch Culture will probably be pretty soon, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Or maybe try to do something at the end of the year now to wrap everything up.
Yeah.
And then I think probably one of our first meets next year will probably have a bigger announcement or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is from 4WD.
For WDSA,
Jesse?
I actually, you know, right now I've never put the footage up of 4WD and Bush Life Africa actually driving the E36.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm actually going to put this in here right now. This is 4WD and Bush Life Africa driving our E36.
Fucking mission to get in.
I'm just having lots of space.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got the two 4x4 aficionados here in a old 90s shit box.
Hey, it sounds like my Ranger.
Ah, you wish.
Except it sounds less like a John Deere.
Yes, you really do have to push on the accelerator. Eh?
Yeah, and you'll see you have to give a bit of gas when you hit the clutch out.
So we got 6 gears, huh?
5. It's a 6-speed knob. The previous owner did it.
So I just checking.
Where's the accelerator?
Give it a bit of gas.
Okay, so you're gonna have to direct me.
Okay, left. Yeah, so left here, and then you're gonna go straight over the robots.
He means on the road, not.
You gotta really get in and out of this. You gotta do the whole button first thing, you know? All sack.
So it's a step down, not a step up.
Yeah. Probably my arse fits in the fucking chair.
But the bucket seats are nice though.
They hold you nicely, eh?
They very. I was expecting it to be an uncomfortable.
So we went for
Bucket
the recliners because the fixed back ones can be uncomfortable.
You sit like this.
Yeah.
Back it's all fucked up.
It's lacquer for a track, but for daily use, not so great.
I feel a bit tall. I feel like I'm looking in the sticker.
So you can lie the seat back down a bit. It does help me. As you guys can tell, you're not used to a rev range with a diesel, eh? There you go.
Fucking fun thing, yeah. I was gonna say, searching there, but come on.
Yeah, but to be fair, we're changing gears in Hilux is like stirring a pot of porridge.
It's proper.
Your brights is still on, that's why Dom's looking at you like that.
She's like a fucking husband. Caking me,
Like I said, a little bit different to what you would usually be driving.
Yeah, absolute jewel though.
Yeah, that's pretty good, yeah.
It's a bit of fun, no?
Not too shabby, not too shabby.
Yeah, you were still in first gear there.
First game, that isn't
No, you were. I took it out.
Oh, thanks, man.
But no, I think for a car to win, this is definitely an all-round ticks everyone's boxes type of fun car to drive. It'll have the look and just the feel, and
Yeah.
it's a driving car. You know, it's not a get into a new Audi and just put your foot down
Yeah,
and it just
exactly.
goes. You know what I mean? Automatic and all the nonsense.
No, you feel like you're actively involved in the, what do you call it, the experience.
Yeah,
You're not just parking cruise control and just chilling.
yeah.
That's the difference.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, and the handbrake also works phenomenally better than my Hilux.
Yeah, well, that's not
actually
saying
stays
much.
in place.
Yeah, that's the first thing. When we parked your Hilux at the wedding, Connor comes to me, he's like, just put the handbrake on, it's a Hilux, it'll roll into the
And
dam.
first gear.
Put it in the
And first gear as well.
Low range maybe as well, just in case.
Oh, lekker,
but it's
guys.
very
Shot for
cool.
taking it for a drive.
Oh, thanks for
you.
giving us.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Lekker, now we're going to put you to work. So as you guys can see, they are definitely way more accustomed to driving Hiluxes and Rangers. It was definitely a bit of a different experience. I had to coach them into not changing gear at 3,000 RPM. You know, so yeah, but thanks guys, it was good fun.
Yeah, so Jesse wants to know when you're doing a 4x4.
Of course he wants to know.
Shocker.
Well, Andrew wants to do a
Yeah.
cruiser, so I mean, you know.
Can we do like a Chevy C10 or something? But
Yeah,
that's not
probably.
4x4 enough.
I suppose we could always make a 4x4. I've always wanted to take something like a old boxy Hilux, and so like I know Joe would be on board with this because he's often spoken about this. Taking like a 1999, so like the KZT Hilux, and doing like a full 2J swap, and then turning it into like a Baja truck.
Yeah.
So like full like long travel suspension that you can like ramp and jump and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'd love to do something like that. Something that can do 200 km an hour and then just go straight over a wildebeest.
It's just straight.
This is not Jurassic Park, yeah? Okay.
Just poof.
Don't worry, Jesse. We'll get there, Jesse. We'll get there.
there.
Yeah, if someone's got a Toyota Hilux laying around over there,
Jesse?
But no, wait. To be fair though, Jesse can't enter to win a 4x4 if we do a 4x4 giveaway.
No.
yeah, so
I think he just wants to
Sorry,
know when we're doing one though.
Jess. You wanted to marry my sister, so.
yeah, if you found so there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I do think the thing that we've said is obviously now our first car was like a modern classic, call it German car. We want to play around with a little bit of everything, you know. If we can at some point do American Muscle, JDM, off-road, track car, drift car, drag car. Yeah, we want to try and touch on everything. Because we've all kind of got like different interests and stuff, and maybe that's something we'll chat about just now. But I think, Jesse, at some point, you need to get onto your YouTube a bit more, and then we'll collaborate. How's that?
Yeah.
There's a deal.
Okay.
We'll build an FJ.
Oh. Yes.
Approved.
Yeah.
Approved.
Next question. And if you don't do it quickly, we're going to collaborate with Connor and we're going to build a Ranger.
Oh.
Playing with fire though.
And if both of you don't get your act together, we're going to build a Land Rover.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Land Rover with a 2J.
Okay. I mean,
I'm back in.